Well. How the heck are you guys doing? I have no idea. What is happening? I really have no idea what is happening. But anyway, welcome to the show. It is Saturday night, 7:03 p.m. on the East Coast. Nobody cares what time it is in California. And if you're in Portland, I know we have a lot of viewers in Portland, Oregon. If you're in Portland, you probably just heard the sonic boom of F-15s taking off from the international airport now, because apparently something weird is going on in the past week. Okay, so we know last Saturday, a week ago in a couple of hours, an F-22 with the call sign Frank 01 shot down the Chinese spy balloon off of the coast of South Carolina, right? And I have a cool announcement that I'm making later, and I was gonna do it, and I was like, maybe I'll do the same thing for the shoot down yesterday, right? And then I can't, because I figured out what the call signs for yesterday were. The call signs for the jets that shot down yesterday's object off the coast of Alaska were either Biden 63 or Biden 65. There were two different call signs used, so it could have been two different jets. So, I'm not doing this because I'm not giving Biden any homage whatsoever. Isn't that weird that he chose his name, or that someone chose his name to be the call sign for yesterday's shoot down? But apparently just a little, maybe less than 2 hours ago, United States fighter jets shot down another object that was flying in Canadian airspace. Now, what's interesting, not a lot of details have come out. There's apparently a press conference. April is trying to find the press, where that's going to be, because I don't know where that press conference is going to be held. But there's apparently Canadian authorities, or the Canadian Defense group, apparently are supposedly holding a press conference. So if any of you guys have that, send the link to April, and she can send it to me, and I'll put that on. Because it is weird. What's happening across this country is weird. And you know what's even funnier is a Chinese government official that's been super critical of the United States because he's a Chinese, government official. He says, when are Americans going to realize that this is all a distraction from the Nord Stream 2 pipeline? And I'm like, my goodness. Like, these people are throwing weird shit at us. You know what I mean? Like, the Chinese government is trolling Biden by saying that the reason why we're going and shooting all these UFOs now, or whatever they are, unidentified flying objects, the reason why we're going and shooting all these random things out of the sky, or saying that we are, because here's the thing. Remember, we watched the press conference yesterday where whatever his name is, I forgot what his name is, where he held a press conference, the press secretary for the Pentagon, John Kirby, there you go, where he held a press conference and said, they shot it down, but they believe they're going to be able to recover everything because it's downed on like an ice plane and all that. Well, then you're hearing reports now that are apparently coming from government officials that they may not be able to recover anything, because apparently when whatever they shot down yesterday in Alaska, whatever they shot down, as soon as it hit the ground, it broke into millions of tiny little pieces. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused. I literally called my wife and I said, maybe we should watch Independence Day. Because what is happening? They shot down, these, and there's a bunch of like videos that are unauthenticated, meaning there's Jack Posobiec or Posobiec, whatever his name is. He, is this live now? Okay, so it's coming up. So Defense Minister Anita Anand for the Canadian government is going to be speaking here at 7:15. And we will have that because I'm kind of curious. It was a United States jet, but I was talking to my wife, and I'm like, this is weird. We should watch Independence Day to figure out what the hell is going on, because it seems like either one, this is a huge psyop, which is exactly what I said was going to happen after the first one, right? Because, Biden had such negative publicity from the Chinese spy balloon. I was like, something is going to happen. He's just been on this pattern of bad publicity. And I was like, something tragic is going to happen to take the focus off of how awful he's doing as a president, right? And now we shot down the whatever it was, and they don't call them unidentified objects. What do they call them now? High altitude, unidentified, whatever I tweeted out. Or no, it's in the description of this video on YouTube. That's the only one I updated. High altitude objects. That's what they're calling them now. They're not UFOs now. They're just high altitude objects that are apparently being shot down across the nation. It's so weird. It's so weird. And apparently these jets are taking down, are getting photographs and all this stuff. Apparently what happened with the Alaska one is and it just came out today, is that this, whatever it was that they shot down yesterday in Alaska, I believe it was yesterday they shot it down, whatever it was able to make it into U.S. airspace before we were able to pick it up on radar, which is very concerning. Whatever it was. That's the latest from our Defense Department, I guess, is what I saw online, is that whatever that object was, it was able to enter U.S. airspace and cross into United States territory prior to our radar even picking it up, that's concerning in its own. You know what I mean? That's, concerning as all hell, right? But whatever it wasn't that good. It wasn't good enough for our fighter jets, so they shot it down. And now there's another one that was just shot down, whatever the hell it is, that was just shot down over Canada by the United States. And then you have, the Jack Posobiec or whatever. He's posting videos of a Wawa that shows, some weird objects up in the sky. And there's another video that I saw online that showed some other object flying in the sky that definitely looked more saucerish than anything else. But I don't know, bro. This whole thing is just weird, bro. They said today it was caught Friday over Alaska, and then they've been watching and shot it down today. Yeah, and there was earlier reporting that NORAD was monitoring 2 unidentified objects over North America. That was the earlier reporting, and then we hear that the United States F-22 shot down this thing. They just scrambled more jets out of Portland. That's been verified on Twitter, or not verified, but that's been posted on Twitter. So what do you think is going? What do you think is happening? Do you think it's UFOs? And here's the thing, and I said it to my wife because I'm not a big believer in aliens. I can't believe that we're the only, creatures, whatever you would call it, I don't know, in the universe. It's too far-fetched for me to believe that. But aliens, I mean, why hasn't it happened already if it was going to happen? And here's the thing, and I said this to my wife, I'm like, what if we piss them off? Like, if it's truly like aliens and shit, what if they get pissed because we're shooting down all their unidentified flying objects? You know what I mean? What if, we shot down one and then they have sightings all over America and all over North America today because, maybe it's their little buddies coming to look. Here's what I think. I think there were spy balloons, and they're going to try to blame it as UFOs or their spy capabilities, and they're going to try to blame it as UFOs. And the countries that those things belong to are not going to say that they're ours because they're embarrassed because they got caught. That's my belief. You know what I mean? I bet the one that was shot in Alaska belonged to Russia. I bet the one that was, oh God, can you imagine if it was our own military drones and shit that we sent over to Ukraine that are now being used against us here? Oh man, wouldn't that be a story? Wouldn't that be a story? But we're going to wait and see what happens. Someone said, who remembers the Balloon Boy hoax? Yeah, that's the one where the guy said his kid flew away in a big giant balloon or something like that. I think I kind of remember it. I don't really remember too much about the story other than that. And this is quite a bit different. Okay, so we know the Chinese spy balloon, that one was seen. They have pretty clear pictures of it. So we know that was real. Even the Chinese government said, they just said, yeah, it is a Chinese weather balloon from a private company saying it wasn't spying. We don't know the context of everything that it garnished or, gathered from us either. Because remember, this thing had a payload the size of a bus. Okay, so this thing is up there and apparently it had the capabilities of intercepting cell phone calls. Whose cell phone calls? Who knows? Who knows? Was it taking pictures of like the weirdos that are sunbathing in the middle of the winter in Minnesota? I have no idea. Those are not pictures I ever want to see. But apparently we shot that down. Biden got such negative publicity for it. Of course, he's going to be preemptive in shooting anything else down. He has to, right? Someone else was saying on the news that the rules of engagement has now changed. And that's why we're shooting them down. This has probably been happening forever, right? But now people are always looking up at the sky. I could be honest. Today I was outside for, a little bit of time. I didn't look up in the sky because frankly, I don't give a shit what's up in the sky. I pay attention to what's like here, real life. But man, I don't know what is going on. I don't want to think it's like aliens or something, but this is some weird shit. Like, I don't care who you are. So Roz Alerts is saying that I saw reports of 4 F-15s out of Portland have been scrambled northbound, heading tankers out of Fairchild Air Force Base are now airborne. He said, we're currently looking and trying to get more information on what's going on. And he's asking people with tips to, message him. But I haven't been able to find anything and I can't remember the website I used to track stuff. It's not FlightAware because I pay for a subscription somewhere, but just like everything else, I always forget what my subscription is for. But I used to use one where you could track the planes, but I think you need the call signs to be able to find it. Julie, you're in Portland. Did you hear F-15s? I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That's why my eyes are closed. Did you hear F-15s taking off? Out of Portland, because you're in Portland. April is asking people who wants to crowdfund with her to buy an abandoned missile silo and convert it into a luxury shelter. Yeah, but see, it's not going to work because I checked already and there are no missile silos for sale. There was in 2022, but they've all been bought. Flight Radar 24, there you go. That's the one I was thinking about. Oh, man. Flight Radar. Let me see. Accept all cookies. All cookies. Let me log in. Let me see. Was I signed in with my Facebook? I don't remember. Let me log in real quick and try to see if there's oh yeah. I'm a gold member up here. So I don't know what, they haven't closed airspace. And who knows where the hell these jets are now anyway? Like these jets are likely gone. Will they still show tracking when, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Do they still show tracking? So basically right now I'm trying to see if there's any, I'm just looking at all the different flights. What is this one? Oh, he's flying the other way. Where's this one going? That's Alaskan Airlines. I don't know. I don't know how it all works, but I'll have to figure it out. Someone said, you think they blocked the military? I don't know because I've seen military jets up before. I'm just going to keep clicking on one until I see a military jet somewhere. Because I don't believe the military jets are blocked on FlightAware. I could be wrong. I don't think they are, though. Man, there's a lot of planes. It's kind of crazy to think that many planes are out there all the time. Updated E said we have an empty barn silo. They're probably going to land in the airstrip in northern Yukon. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. Someone said, who's a little worried about the Super Bowl if there are these flying aircrafts? Well, doesn't something like that happen in Independence Day? Like, seriously, I literally called my wife and I'm like, hey, just so you know, the United States shot down another thing somewhere. It's fucking crazy. It doesn't make any damn sense, but whatever. A lot of, even she was like, why would we shoot it down in Canada? I'm like, I don't know, because they're reportedly our allies, and they probably don't have their own military. Because the Mounties can't fly. I don't know. But, and I'm just making jokes here. It should be, how long does it take for a jet to fly from Portland to Seattle? Probably only half an hour, right? Less than that. And if they took off just a few minutes ago, they would likely be right around Seattle, wouldn't they? Maybe, yeah, that would make sense that their tracking is off. I don't know. Someone said that was one of Christian Bale's Batman flicks. I don't know what you're talking about. On the second thought, gotta go to my island scenario instead. Look for the giant blank spot in the middle of all the commercial aircraft. Oh, you mean that's where the flight would be? I don't know. You guys can go look on Flight 24 because if anyone can find one of the call signs, that would be interesting because then I'll look at it. Bay Area, California has been busy with jets flying overhead. Yeah, I don't know. I saw something funny because Biden is going to the Super Bowl. Please tell me him or Jill Biden isn't the one that's flipping the coin. Like, I think I heard that somewhere and I'm like, that's gotta be a joke, right? You know, it's gotta be a joke. Cornelius George on YouTube said Canadian Mountie Air Force ride reindeer. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Canada and the U.S. are partners in NORAD. That is true as well. Yeah, they have like the general, the brigadier general, whoever was speaking the other day, actually said they have a general. They have a boss that's like an American general and then a Canadian general, and they answer to both of them, which is kind of interesting. So I do have the press conference up and ready. So when it does come in, I will play it for all of you because I think it's important. But in all reality, what do you think? When's the Super Bowl? Because Biden is in Poland right now. Is Biden in Poland? No, he's not. He's probably at Delaware. Is he in Poland? I doubt it. I doubt he's. I don't know. Where? Well, let me look it up. Where is Joe Biden today? How many times a day do you think he's got to look at this shit? Where am I today? I have no idea. No, he's at the White House. Today is Saturday, February. Yeah. He's at the White House. Why do you say he's in Poland? Yeah, he's at the White House. He's welcoming at 7:15. The president and the first lady welcome governors and their spouses for a black tie dinner at the White House. The vice president and the second gentleman also are attending. So that's interesting because the second gentleman, Kamala Harris's husband, is going to be in the same room. Again, is this the first time? Is this the first time he's been in the room with Jill Biden since he made out with her on the Congress floor? I don't know. That's interesting, though. Someone said, what's he doing at the White House? Yeah, it's probably because he has all these big meetings. All these big meetings. It's a black tie event. Someone said, I saw something that said he was making a trip to Poland. I'll look further into it. Well, he's not in Poland right now. He's in D.C. And I could see that by looking at his official schedule online. So again, we're just waiting on this press conference to begin. If you're just tuning in, some weird shit's been happening. You know, some weird stuff's been happening, and it has to make you really wonder, okay, is there like aliens flying around in the sky? Are other countries finally testing us because they understand that with Biden as president, we are a weak country? Or is this all a big psyop to take away from the fact that the United States is now, according to one journalist, responsible or has been confirmed to be responsible for the Nord Stream 2 pipeline? And because there wasn't congressional approval for that act of war, is this attempt to shoot down all these things out of the sky that don't exist in the first place, if they don't exist? Is this all a distraction from it? Because the Chinese government thinks this is all a distraction. On Twitter, one of the Chinese government officials, they have that little tag under their name, literally said Americans are being misled I forgot what he said. We're being hoodwinked, essentially, is what he said. He said they're taking you away from the Nord Stream 2 pipeline by shooting down random shit in the sky. And I'm like, man, that is crazy. Someone said not one journalist, but a highly respected journalist. Yeah. Trish said the Nord Stream 2 pipeline never made sense for Putin to blow up. Yeah, it doesn't. You know why? Because he could just shut it off. And that's what I said from the beginning. The first time they said, oh, he shot it down, it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense because he could just shut it off. He didn't need to blow it up. He could just say, I'm not exporting fuel, But it's interesting. Someone, Christy on Twitter said, the media is obsessing rather than ignoring. Agenda is at work for certain. They tried telling us this happened during Trump's presidency as well. So why didn't we hear a peep about it then? What's different now? She said. I'm inclined to believe. Like I said, when the Chinese balloon was shot down, I believe I said it that night, that there was going to be something that takes the attention off of the Chinese spy balloon. However, shooting shit out of the sky isn't really going to take the attention off because you always use that as a reference point. At least he's not allowing whatever these other objects are to traverse over the continental United States, right? That's what a lot of people argued, right? Because they even tried to say the White House tried to use confidential leakers that were apparently leaking that this happened under the Trump administration. But then they realized that all the head defense, even people that hated Trump, came out and said, nah, it didn't. And they're like, well, we discovered it happened under the Trump administration after the Trump administration left office. And then they said, well, some senior officials were told, but they were afraid to tell Trump because he was trigger happy. And then those senior officials were like, that shit never happened. And then they're like, okay, we just discovered the whole thing after you guys left office, and we're going over all your records because that's apparently what they do. So it's all a lie. So who knows what actually, if it ever has happened. I don't believe there's ever been a spy balloon flying over the continental United States for 7+ days. I just don't think that's ever happened. I think the United States would have shot it down sooner. But speaking of, things that I think they should have done, well, this press conference looks like it's going to begin soon. So when it does, I will shut the hell up and go over. But first, you guys want to hear something cool? So for a while, I've had a new coffee, and I've been trying to think of what it's called or what to name it. And it's a good roast. It's kind of like the Awake Not Woke. So it's Columbia Supreme. Oh, wait, the press conference. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till the press conference comes on. So I put a new coffee out today, and this one is in honor of the World One pilot who shot down 14 German observation balloons over France in a 3-week period. And this same call sign was used to shoot down the Chinese spy balloon. Check this shit out. We have a new coffee roast. Okay, this is the first time I've ever debuted it, although I've already tried it. It's pretty badass. It's called Frank 01, which is a call sign used. On Saturday, February 4th, 2023, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off of the coast of South Carolina by a single AIM-9X Sidewinder missile shot from an F-22 with the call sign Frank 01. The call sign was in honor of a World War I pilot who had the nickname the Arizona Balloon Buster. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr. shot down 14 German observation balloons over France in a mere 3 weeks during the First World War. Here's to Frank. Now this roast is sure to hit its mark. See what I did there? Cha-cha-cha. Right? But if you guys want to pre-order this, I want to get the pre-orders in as soon. Oh, crap. I don't have the chat open. I'm going to put the link in the chat because it's kind of hidden on the website. But you can do pre-orders, and I will ship them all on next Friday. So I'd like you to get your order in between now and Tuesday so I can get the coffee, the bulk order set up. But this is going to be a good roast. It's Columbia Supremo, which are they're like bigger beans. They're really good beans, actually. And that's what these are. And the Awake Not Woke is the same thing. Or it's not the same roast. That's different. It's a different roasting and a different blend. However, it's going to have a lot of that same taste, and that's our best-selling coffee. So go to the link right there in your chat, and you will see the link, and you can get it. It's available in grounded whole bean. I'd say it's a medium roast with a medium to strong taste. So it's a medium roast, in terms of color, but it's got a medium to strong taste. I think it's a little bit stronger than the Awake Not Woke, which is what I like anyway. But it's still like a medium, you know what I mean? It's not like the Italian roast or the Victory or Death that we have. That's a much stronger taste. The Italian roast is very strong. It's not like that. But all of our coffee is good for press coffee. All of our coffee is great for everything because we can grind it to order. We're going to have a whole bunch of cold brew options. I made the Awake Not Woke into cold brew, and oh my gosh, I am hooked on cold brew. My stomach, I didn't have some of the issues that I've had before with it. So I'm trying to decide, do I just add the options? So like if you order Awake Not Woke, where instead of whole bean ground or cold brew, and all that is, it's kind of finicky though, because it's just a coarse grind, right? So that's what you use for the cold brew. It's just a much coarser grind. But man, it was so good. Like, I've actually been like thinking about it all day, because you taste stuff. Like, so I did the Awake Not Woke, and you could taste like the mocha in it and all that. Man, it was so good. It was so good. But if you want to order the pre-order the Frank 01 roast, now is the time to do it, because man, it is delicious. It is delicious. So get your pre-order in now. Daniel bought some Frank 01. Hell yeah, Daniel. But and you can order that in whole bean or ground, and I may have a limit on it, so let me up the limit, because this is the pre-order. So I'll order as much, by Tuesday, so we have it all in stock for Friday. So it'll ship on Friday. So you can order as much as you want. All right, looks like this press conference is going to begin soon. And I don't know what they're going to say. This is just going to be the Canadian government giving a very generic press conference. And I've never really watched someone said, can you get decaf? Yeah, I think we have like a Sleepy Joe Biden. If you search for it, you could find it, but it's just through our coffee partner, Temecula Coffee Roasters. I don't drink decaf, so it's nothing I'm ever going to, because here's the thing. It's with my coffee company, we serve things that I like, coffee I taste. French vanilla, I don't like flavored coffee. I love the smell of that, which is why we have it. But that's why we don't have a lot of other ones. My wife has been pressuring me to put a hazelnut coffee in there. So we might have a hazelnut coffee in the next day or two, once I figure out a good name for it. I could be like Hazel Joe Biden's nuts or something like that, because he's crazy. But then it doesn't sound good when you say it like that, actually. So I don't know. But I don't want to have like a bunch of like political type messaging. I just want it to be like patriotic. So if any of you guys, I should do a giveaway, right? Where I have like so the next one, maybe I should do that. And just give away like 5 pounds of coffee to someone that comes up with a really good title or name for the coffee and a description for a hazelnut flavored coffee. All right, here's the press conference.
Good evening, bonsoir. As Minister of National Defence, my top priority is the safety and protection of Canadians. Working in collaboration with our partners, including the United States, NORAD, and other departments, Canada was tracking a high-altitude object over central Yukon. North American Aerospace Defense Command detected this object and launched Canadian and U.S. fighter aircraft to investigate. The object was visually identified using fighter aircraft assigned to NORAD. En collaboration avec nos partenaires, dont les États-Unis, le NORAD et d'autres départements, le Canada suivait un objet à haute altitude au-dessus de NORAD, a détecté cet objet et a lancé des avions de chasse canadiens et américains pour enquêter. L'objet a été identifié visuellement à l'aide d'avions de chasse affectés au NORAD. This exemplifies what NORAD is and what NORAD does best. And I was pleased to discuss this operation earlier today with my colleague, United States Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin. Today, at the direction of the Prime Minister, aircraft assigned to NORAD successfully took down this high-altitude airborne object at approximately 3:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Aujourd'hui, à la demande du Premier ministre, des avions affectés au NORAD ont abattu cet objet aérien de haute altitude vers 15h40, heure normale de l'Est. To the best of our knowledge, this was the first time that a NORAD operation has downed an aerial object. The object was flying at an altitude of approximately 40,000 feet, had unlawfully entered Canadian airspace, and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight. The object was downed approximately 100 miles from the Canada-United States border over Canadian territory in central Yukon. L'objet volé à une altitude de...
And then they talk in the French, and what I said before, but I was muted, is, pardon my French, right? Which is one of our flavors. You can find that on Pure Truth Coffee as well. You guys might as well join the coffee club as well. I'll be adding hazelnut, or I'll be adding this roast
à environ 100
there as well. She's
000
still speaking
de la
French.
frontière canado-américaine au-dessus du territoire canadien au Yukon. Recovery operations are now underway and will be supported by the Canadian Armed Forces in conjunction with the RCMP. This coordinated operation will allow a further investigation into this object. We have no further details about the object at this time, other than it appears to be a small cylindrical object and smaller than the one that was downed off the coast of North Carolina. I also spoke today with Yukon Premier Ranj Pillay and conveyed that we will continue to work hand in hand with the territory. I and our government will continue to reach out to Indigenous peoples potentially affected by this incident to provide information and updates as needed out of respect for reconciliation. Today is an historic day. Canada and the United States will continue to work together through the binational command of NORAD to defend our two nations. And I will recognize again the importance of this extremely close relationship that we have with the United States. Le Canada et les États-Unis continuent de travailler ensemble par le biais du commandement binational du NORAD pour défendre nos deux nations. Et je reconnaîtrai encore une fois l'importance de cette relation extrêmement étroite que nous avons avec les États-Unis. Just yesterday, I was in the United States meeting with Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin at the Pentagon, where we reaffirmed that North American air sovereignty is a key priority, which is why we continue to work in partnership with the United States, NORAD, and the broader security community to protect Canadian and U.S. interests. We will continue our work to modernize NORAD and to ensure the protection of our air sovereignty, and I will be seeing Secretary Austin again next week. Through NORAD, we will continue to work hand in hand with our closest ally to ensure the protection of our continent, as we showed today. I thank all members of our military and the United States involved in this operation. Grâce au NORAD, nous allons continuer à travailler étroitement avec notre allié le plus proche pour assurer la protection de notre continent, comme nous l'avons montré aujourd'hui. Je remercie tous les membres de notre armée et celles des États-Unis qui ont participé à cette opération. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech. Maintenant, nous pouvons recevoir vos questions aussi.
Good day, Minister.
How are you?
This is the third such incident in this past week. This object was down because there was considered a threat to safety. Should Canadians be worried? And my following question is anything being done to monitor our airspace as a result?
Let me assure all Canadians that Canadians are safe. There is no reason to believe that the impact of the object in Canadian territory is of any public concern. The Canadian Armed Forces with the RCMP will recover and will analyze the object. And in terms of tracking and a process going forward, I want to assure all Canadians that this is the job of NORAD. This is exactly what NORAD was intended to do, and this is exactly what we saw today occurring. The surveillance and the analysis of objects of concern in our aerospace, and then decisions that are made binationally, and in this instance by our Prime Minister, to take this object down. So the process is sound, and we will continue to work very closely with our U.S. allies and NORAD to make sure that it continues to work in this way. As I said, to our knowledge, this is the first instance of NORAD downing an object in Canadian airspace, and the importance of this moment should not be underestimated. We detected this object together, and we defeated this object together.
Do you think, or your counterparts in the U.S., do you think that it possibly could have originated in China?
At this point, we are continuing to do the analysis on the objects, and we will make sure that that analysis is thorough. And so it would not be prudent for me to speculate on the origins of the object at this time. However, I will say that we are continuing to work closely with our NORAD partners and our U.S. partners, and we will make sure that we leave no stone unturned in the analysis of the data that we are now going to be turning to analyze.
Just wanted to get some clarity. I know you mentioned that it was downed with by U.S. and Canadian fighter jets. Is that correct? Is that my understanding? Because I thought it might just be U.S. fighter jets.
So these assets that were deployed were part of the NORAD capabilities, and they included 2 F-22s from the United States and 2 F-18s from Canada. We also have a CP-140 in the air to pinpoint the location of the debris and to assist with the next steps in the analysis and evaluation. But as I said, this was a joint operation. The decision to take down the object was made by the Prime Minister. He spoke with the President of the United States this afternoon. I also spoke with my counterpart, Secretary Austin, to ensure that we were all aligned, and indeed we were, on the need to have a successful engagement and indeed to employ NORAD to do exactly what it is intended to do.
I know you mentioned that it's too early to say, obviously, where this object is from. That's part of your investigation in terms of analyzing it. If it is found to have originated in China, what do you think the potential impact could be with regards to our diplomatic relations? I think it's fair to say they've been rocky.
So again, I will not be speculating on the origins of this object this evening. It is far too early in our analysis of the debris, as we are still collecting. We're working to collect it, as I said, in conjunction with the RCMP. So that's the first point. The second point is that in our Indo-Pacific strategy, released late last year, we did indicate that we need to be eyes wide open on China. And we will continue to do that through the policy framework of the Indo-Pacific strategy, but also, again, in conjunction with our allies in support of a transparent and present Indo-Pacific.
Yeah. My final question to you, thank you for being so patient. Last week, the U.S. shot down one of these balloons. They said they called it a Chinese surveillance balloon. China pushed back, saying it was a weather balloon. What is Canada's position?
This is an object. This is a cylindrical object that we shot down today. It appears to be a cylindrical object. And we are working to analyze the debris to identify more specifics about this object. It appears to be smaller in size than the one that the United States shot down off the coast of North Carolina last week. But at this point, that is the information that I can share.
Thank you. And is there anything else that you'd like to add that you think is important for Canadians to know tonight?
I think the importance of today's successful mission underscores the functionality of NORAD, the only binational command in the world that has kept us safe for 40 years or more. And our government announced last year that we will be modernizing and upgrading our continental defense, including NORAD. That's going to include constructing a new surveillance system called the Northern Approaches Surveillance System. That's going to include enhancing command and control. That's going to include ensuring greater research and development in this area. So this goes to show that NORAD is functioning as it should, and we recognize the need to enhance the technology that underpins aerospace surveillance.
Thanks, Minister, and we'll take another question to follow up. As a reminder, please unmute yourself if you're on the line using *6. Do we have any further questions from media? Est-ce qu'on a d'autres questions des médias?
Yeah, I have a question. Steve Chase.
Go ahead,
Please
Steve.
go ahead, Steve.
Hi, Minister. The sound has been really bad for the journalists listening on the phone or on Zoom, and so we missed some key information that you gave out because about half the audio was cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that, Steve. So please go ahead and ask your questions, or I can say my whole speech again if you like.
Well, I'll leave it to the rest of the journalists on that. I just wanted to ask you, there was key information. What time was it shot down? Where roughly? Has the wreckage been found? And could you just explain what you said about the shape of the object again and how it compares to the last item shot down?
Okay. Here are the details. The object was shot down at approximately 3:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The object was shot down in over central Yukon and at about 40,000 feet. Is that the detail you were looking for, Steve?
Yes, and have you found the wreckage? And can you just describe it again? You talked about the shape of it, and you compared it to the previous two items that were shot down in this month.
So we have a CP-140 that is actively pinpointing the site of the debris now. And so that is a process that is underway, given that this was just shot down hours ago. But as I said, it was shot down in central Yukon. So that is the area of reconnaissance that the CP-140 is at. In terms of the description of the object, we believe that the object is cylindrical in shape. It appears to be smaller than the one that was shot down off the coast of North Carolina. We are, as I said, with public safety, recovering the object to discover more details, including the shape and the size
This is not
of
that
this
one,
object. So we
Becky.
will
This
have
was
more
another
details
one
to
today.
share in the days to come, but we wanted to share what we know right now, and that's what we're doing.
Thank you, Minister. We'll take another question from journalists on the line. If you're on the line, please press *6 to unmute. We'll move to the next question now.
This is Lee Berthiaume.
Minister, it's David Coleman. Sorry, Lee, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, David. I wanted to ask this, maybe a silly question, but I think it's on, didn't think I'd ever ask this question. Is there any indication that this object is not terrestrial, is not from this world? Or is it too early to say anything on that front?
You're right, I have not had that question, Lee, so thank you for asking it. From all indications, this object is potentially similar to the one that was shot down off the coast of North Carolina, though smaller in size and cylindrical in nature. That is the information that we are working with right now, but with further analysis, we will know more and be able to provide you with more details.
And a follow-up, please?
She didn't provide
just
any
to confirm,
details.
so it sounds like it potentially was another balloon. Is that what we're being led to believe here?
I will refer to the item as an object at this time. I am a person that depends on facts and will not provide opinions until I can ground them in some sort of facts. So I'm going to wait for the reports that I will be getting relating to the analysis of the debris. We have a CP-140 in the air, ensuring that we are locating the debris. We have a very close relationship now with public safety, and Minister Mendicino as well, and I are working very closely to make sure that the recovery and the analysis proceeds as it must so that we can get more information. And I will come back and provide more details and more explanation once we have that.
Thank you. We'll take the next question.
And Minister Mendicino as well.
Paul Rivera, Wall Street Journal. Why did the U.S. fighters plane shoot this down as opposed to Canadian?
As opposed to separating it out by country, I think what the important point is that these were NORAD capabilities. This was a NORAD mission, and this was NORAD doing what it is supposed to do. And what we wanted to do with the F-22s and the F-18s is to make sure that we had sufficient assets in the air to ensure a successful engagement. And that, in fact, was the tenor of my conversation with the Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, this afternoon, as well as my conversation with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's main goal today was to make sure that we got this object out of the air and that we could analyze it, and that's exactly what happened through the use of NORAD capabilities.
And a follow-up?
Maybe I can just jump in here, Minister. It's David Coleman with CBC News.
Was to make sure that we.
Forgive me if this was in the portion before that we weren't able to hear, but are you able to just give us where did the aircraft launch from? Was it Cold Lake and Elmendorf? What was the weapon system that was used to down this object? Any kind of detail like that?
Sure. We had both U.S. and Canadian assets involved, as I just described, the F-22s and the F-18s, and the F-22s originated in Elmendorf, Richardson, Alaska, and our F-18s from Cold Lake in Alberta. And we'll have to recognize that there are contextual elements in the deployment of aircraft in this particular instance that we need to take note of. First of all, visual sighting. When we first started tracking this object, it was dark. And we needed to make sure that we had a visual of it, and so needed to wait for daylight to emerge. Secondly, we needed to make sure that there was infrared or missile lock capability. And that was something that both the F-22s and the F-18 pilots were working on together. So as I said, it was a NORAD mission, it was NORAD capabilities, and our armed forces worked very closely with the U.S. Armed Forces to ensure a successful downing of this object that we had concern about. For more specifics, I will ask the Chief of Defense Staff, General Wayne Eyre, who's with me this evening, if he would like to add anything. General Eyre?
No, thanks, Minister. And David, to go to the specifics of your question, it was an AIM-9X missile from the F-22. Now, it's important to note that
Hold on, breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. United States closed airspace over central Montana. The United States has... What the fuck is going on right now? The United States closes airspace over north central Montana, stating national defense airspace.
Was overseeing this operation, albeit in a
What is
NORAD
happening?
context.
Oh my
Now, I've had
gosh.
multiple conversations with my U.S. counterpart, General Mark Milley, today, as well as numerous briefings from Commander and Deputy Commander of NORAD down in Colorado Springs to discuss all aspects of this operation.
Thank you. We'll take the next question. La prochaine question, s'il vous plaît.
Hi, this is Cormac McSwinney with City News. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
The Liberal Party website has that the Prime Minister was scheduled to be holding a fundraising event in Yukon this weekend. I believe it's supposed to be held tomorrow. Is there any belief from the government that this object flying over Yukon and the Prime Minister's presence in Yukon at the same time is a coincidence? Is there some relation there?
I am aware that the scheduled fundraiser is on the books, and indeed I spoke with the Member of Parliament from Yukon, my dear friend Brendan, about this, who's looking forward to receiving the Prime Minister. We are not tracking at this point information relating to the object. Frankly, we were concerned to get it out of the sky, and that was our focus all day. Indeed, in the past 24 hours. And so any further information will come with the analysis that we are doing regarding the debris.
And in terms of the analyzing of the wreckage, the U.S. is analyzing its wreckage and will be analyzing ours. I assume we'll be sharing information between both governments, but will this go beyond just the U.S. and Canada? What other countries might be involved in examining this, getting the intelligence around this? I assume the Five Eyes allies, but if you could confirm that for us as well.
Well, this is, of course, an issue of concern to both Canada and the United States, and the analysis of the debris and the information relating to that analysis will, I am sure, be shared amongst all parties concerned, NORAD, the relevant players in both the Canadian and the U.S. government. So there's excellent cooperation amongst us all now, and this will continue. As I said, we continue to reiterate the importance of our collaboration relating to the protection of the skies over the North American continent, and that's exactly what we are going to continue to do. In terms of the broader information sharing possibility, I will say that we work extremely closely with our Five Eyes allies, and we certainly have been doing so over the past year especially. And I will say that I will be at the Defense Ministers meeting in Brussels next week, and we will continue to share information with our allies as necessary, again, to ensure that we have accurate information and that we are doing whatever we can in the protection of our allies more generally.
Thank you, and we'll take a final question now from the line. Please press *6 to unmute yourself. Thank you.
If nobody else is...
Minister Anand, News Nation in D.C., you mentioned that we were waiting for daylight for sighting and for infrared missile lock capability. Was that daylight not sufficient enough to allow us to determine whether or not this was a balloon or not?
The importance of the visual sighting and the infrared missile lock, again, as you mentioned and as I mentioned, it's paramount. But the purpose of the mission today was to take down the object. And it wasn't possible to analyze that object at the exact same time. And so we are being extremely prudent and careful relating to the next steps, which is why the Canadian Armed Forces are working so closely with the RCMP and with public safety to ensure that we extract the debris, that we analyze the debris and any information that may be associated with it. So at this point, we can say that it appears to be a cylindrical object, smaller in size than the object that was shot down off the coast of North Carolina, and further details relating to this object will be forthcoming as soon as we have them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Merci, Madame la Ministre. C'est ce qui ferme notre conférence de presse pour aujourd'hui. This is what ends today's press conference. Thank you, and we will wish everyone a great night.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
This is weird, bro. I don't care who you are, whether you believe in aliens or not. What the fuck's happening in this country, boy? You know, I feel bad because we didn't choose like a central location. We should do that right now. Like, who's got a big farm somewhere in like the middle of fucking nowhere in like Oklahoma or something? Because that's where we should all meet if the world ends. And we will just start, you know, America again. But what the fuck is happening? You see how she's like smiling? Because she's like, I don't know what it was. Cylindrical. That's a hard word to say too. I was practicing it with my microphone off. Is my microphone on? Yeah, it is. Like, this is this is crazy. Sydney said North Carolina. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if North Carolina is rural enough. But I tell you what, because if shit does go nutty, I'm packing my family up. We're leaving. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. A new, airspace has been issued by the FAA for over Havre, Montana. The airspace has been defined as national defense airspace, saying another shoot down is most likely imminent. This is Roz Alert saying that. It's currently unclear if it's related to another unknown object. What in the hell, bro? What in the hell is happening? Like, really? What is happening? Used to say round as if balloon, but now they say cylindrical. No, because if you look it up, that would be a blimp, right? So a cylindrical thing would be a blimp, essentially, where it's round but long, which is what a blimp is. So this is essentially like a blimp that's up in the air. Let's meet at Area 51. Okay, that's what we'll do. Area 51. we'll all meet at Area 51. So the airspace. So everybody is tracking. Oh, they're tracking. What is going on, boys? Everybody is tracking this thing. There's 9,000 people tracking this flight right now, which is a Boeing KC-135 Strano tanker. So this is an aircraft tanker. Is this the one that took off from Nellis? Is Nellis Air Force Base around there? They wouldn't send jets all the way from Portland here. So where'd those jets from Portland go? And it's flying around here, which is Montana, but they're saying the no-fly zone. Like, look, this whole area there's no planes in this whole area. What's this one? It's a FedEx. Oh, boy, this is some crazy-ass shit. Let's check all these flights. So you got a military craft right here, and then this one, I don't know why everybody's tracking this guy. Why so many people are tracking that? Why are people tracking this one? It's Canadian. It's a Canadian plane. I wonder why so many people are tracking this plane. April, can you look into this one? BFF20. Here, I'll do it. I'll look. Actually, I don't want to close that one so my chat works. BFF20. Here's one cool thing for you guys all to remember too. BFF20 plane. I can't type. It looks like when I guess that's also. Yeah, it doesn't say. It must be some rich person's flight or something because that thing goes all over. Cancun, Bermuda. I don't know. Let's go back to the other one because that's some crazy shit. Look at, even more people are following this one. It's got no call sign either. Oh, shit. Some crazy. Fighters flow with big, they fly with, so this is where they've shut down the airspace. What's this guy? He's just a little nut. So this is where the airspace has been shut down apparently, right? Oh, you can't see. Right about, whoops, what the fuck? Right about here. What? How do you say this? Havre, Havre, Havre. It's people looking for other military and it's passing by the tanker. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, so that's the only one. That's why so many. But they've been tracking it for a while. This one's going pretty close. That's Alaska Airlines. What the hell are you doing over there, buddy? Let's see. Because this one's been doing some loop-de-loops, huh? I wonder if it's fueling up right there. Where's this little fella going? Man, if any peeps are down there, people need to go take pictures. Look at HBAL 619. Can I search? HBAL 619. This one? It's not, is it? It's not even flying. Oh, yeah, it is. What is this one? What the fuck? What's it doing? Glasses? That's by Minneapolis. Why am I looking at this one? Why is that interesting? This one's interesting. Oh no, not that one. Where's the other one? Whatever. This one. That's interesting. Someone said it's a penis. It doesn't look like a penis. It doesn't look like it. Steve is having a nervous event. No, I'm just chilling. But I do want to give a big shout out to what was the promo code? Oh fuck, I forgot. What was it? Bada Bing. Bada Bing. He was our first troll of the night, and this is a new thing I'm doing for everybody. When we get a troll that's in the chat trying to tell me how to do my show, I'm creating a discount code that's good for that show. Tonight's discount code is Bada Bing. It gets you 7% off site-wide in our store, including memberships. Use code Bada Bing. And then Bada Bing, the YouTube, sissy that wanted to say, oh, I hope you don't talk through this press conference, will probably cry a little bit. So use code Bada Bing when you're checking out in the store. And if you want to order our brand new coffee roast, this bad boy right here, do it now. This is in honor of shooting down the Chinese spy plane. This is a new roast that I've actually had for a little bit. I tasted it a while ago and I wasn't sure on what to name it. And then, it came to me today, Franco 1. And I was thinking about naming another roast that I've been playing around with the call sign of the plane that shot down the unidentified aircraft over Alaska. And then I found out that call sign was Biden 63, so I can't do that because I'm not doing that. But if you use code Bada Bing, it's our troll discount of the day. That gets you 7% off. Yeah. Anything in the store. Look at that. Brian just bought a hoodie. Hopefully you use that code Bada Bing and saved yourself some 10%. Actually, I think you probably used a different code. Or how'd you get that so cheap? Or my thing didn't upgrade. No, it wasn't cheap at all. Oh, you bought 2 of the Franks. Shout out to you. You bought 2 of the Franco ones. I don't know. I don't think this thing is calculating. You know, my computer's been acting weird lately. It's been acting weird lately. But yeah, use code BADABING. Someone said, need the coffee Barisma blend. Haha. Yeah. Yeah, but no one would buy that. They think it sucks. This Franco one, this is going to be a limited thing. So if you want it, get it. Because I just may name this coffee like a different thing every time. But that no-name call flight just made a straight turn for Havre. No, it didn't. I got it right here. He went north, and now he's turning around again, the no-call sign flight. But you could tell there's definitely no flights over here at all. Well, then again, I mean, there's other places that are pretty clear. God, it would be kind of cool to listen to radio traffic. Do you know what I mean? To see where he's going. He's kind of just all over the place. But this is man. Can you imagine if they shoot down something else? What the fuck is happening? What is happening today? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't argue with Steve. Yeah. You shouldn't. What else? Someone said multi-name coffee. Oh yeah, we get creative up in here. It depends. It depends how much people like it. If a bunch of people buy it, then we won't change the name. I think I like the name. So Jackie said you think it is a refueler. It is a refueler. It says it's a strato tanker. So it's called the Boeing KC-135R strato tanker. So I believe it is a refueler. Isn't that what that means? I wish that this thing would overlay. Maybe does someone know how to do it in flight? Where can I? Oh wait, I don't want to do that. What the hell did I just do? Oh crap, map view. I want to see if there's a way where I can have it show the like if I can have it show where the airspace is closed, which is supposedly this area here, and it kind of looks like it because you don't see any flights in this whole region right here. Filters. No, can't do that. Tweets. No. I don't know. Sky Vector has the airspace closed. What? And it's showing the airspace closed? This one? What is this? I don't know how to use this one though. What are these? Weather stations? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. How do you change this? Oh, this is just showing the airspace right there. I see you. I see it. So this is that thing that's been shared on social media. It says temporary flight restrictions pursuant to 49 U.S.C. blah, blah, blah. The Federal Aviation Administration classifies as airspace defined in the NOTAM as national defense airspace. Pilots who do not adhere to the following proclamation may be intercepted, detained, and interviewed by law enforcement / security personnel. Any of the following additional actions may also be taken. And basically it just says, they'll shoot you down if you don't listen to them. So that's pretty crazy. So that's this area here, which is this area. Actually, is that it? Yeah, so that's this. That's this area. So he's flying around like you could see here. If we go over to this, that's this area. Havre County. So this whole area. That's not that big of an area though, huh? I thought it was a bigger area. They don't have a key here, so I can, go old school and measure this fucking thing. It's weird. They got all sorts of lines. Yay! Connie bought Harlem's finest. Hell yeah, thank you, Connie, for your patronage. There's no other jets at all there. Because here's the thing, and this is something I don't know, because I'm not military, never been in the military. Here's the thing. If they shoot down, like say they shoot a Sidewinder missile, right? But is a Sidewinder a heat-seeking? What happens if that missile misses its target, right? Say it misses its target, and then does it just down? Can they control it and make it like explode or something? That's a very generic question and maybe a stupid question. I just don't know the answer to it. You know what I mean? What happens if they shoot it and it misses whatever they're shooting at? They can kill that weapon so it does like make it blow up itself? It disarms at a certain elevation. They are designed to blow. Okay, they can detonate. Gotcha. It will impact the ground as a dud, someone else said. Gotcha. They're shooting Sidewinders without war tips. Gotcha. The Sidewinder AM-9X is a heat seeker, but it's more complicated than that. Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious as to like what it can actually do. Because I don't know. Someone said it doesn't miss though. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows really? I mean, this whole thing is so out of my league because I don't know anything about any of this shit. So someone wrote, who is this? A U.S. political strategist, Nick Sortar, said the KC-135 Stratotanker is currently flying around the FAA's defense no-fly zone. These aircrafts are very often used to refuel fighter jets. And keep in mind, the earlier reports today were that there were two unidentified flying objects in North America. That's what I think a release from NORAD said that they were tracking two unidentified objects that were flying Canada. And the reason I pulled up the map before of Yukon, because she said that it was shot down in central Yukon, which is this region here. So either this thing flew in from here or what we believe, or what I believe, because this is what I believe. I believe it flew all the way over United States airspace. Again, whatever the hell it was, because they started tracking it yesterday in Alaska, from what I believe. So maybe they were tracking it up here, and it went up and then down and then up again. Shout out to Donna for buying the flying eye. Thank you. And you bought the new Frank 01. Hell yeah, Donna. That's a brand new roast. Make sure you use code Bada Bing for the YouTube comment earlier today telling me how to run my show. That's what we're doing every day. Because now when you guys do it and you make a purchase and they see you make a purchase, they're going to assume that you use their discount and they're going to get really upset. And I'm going to do that with trolls every single day. The first troll of the day is I'm going to use their name as the promo code every day. I think it's brilliant, isn't it? Someone said it flew right over Alaska. That's what I suspected. Sky Vector still has this all. And that's the only closed airspace. Well, actually, the southern border. That's interesting. Is the southern border always that way? Oh, I guess it would be, right? Restricted airspace. Look down here. This is Texas. No pilots may operate aircraft in this area is covered by this, except as defined, excluding Mexican airspace or unauthorized by ATA. All aircraft. Yeah, they probably have that for a long time, right? That's that's down the southern border. That's kind of interesting. They don't have it anywhere else, just here. That's interesting. And what is going on over here? The Phoenix Vortex degree, blah, blah, blah. Temporary flight restrictions for special security reasons. This is Phoenix. What's going on in Phoenix? Doesn't really say. Huh. But this is the big deal. Whoops. This is the big deal. Because this is the no-fly zone over central Montana. And then again, we're watching this guy, who everybody's tracking. More people are tracking this fella, too. No, why are so many people tracking this fucking dude? Oh, maybe because it flew close by. That's just a regular plane. Look how many people are tracking that fucking thing. Not as many as this. Ha! It's crazy shit. It's crazy shite. I told my wife, I was like, it's gonna be a quick video today. Nope. They closed the airspace. It's about 3,000 square miles. Oh, gotcha. Super Bowl is tomorrow. Okay, so that's why they closed the airspace down there. They did that at the border so people couldn't use drones and helicopters. You know what? Yeah, that makes sense then. Because they don't want you to see what's actually going on at the border. In the Super Bowl. Yeah, that makes sense why they would have that shut down too. Ay. I got a busy day tomorrow because I'm going to be in here packing all the rest of the Patriotic as F bundles. I can't show you one because Sarah's is in the mail. So I don't have one here, and I was waiting on more hats, which came today. But I'm packing all the Patriotic as F ammo cans tomorrow morning. Then I got to go meet someone at the warehouse, and then I'm going to relax for the rest of the day for the Super Bowl. Who's this fella? Virgin Atlantic taking a hard shot. It's starting to come south. You can't see it. What's he doing? Whoops, what did I do? What did I do there? Look at Virgin Atlantic. Flying down south. He's outside of that range, right? There's Joplin. Let's check back over here, Sky. Does it say? Where's Joplin's over here? Yeah, so they're out of that area. All right, unless they veer that way, boom, into closed airspace. Can you imagine flying up there and knowing that they closed airspace? Like, that would scare the shit out of me. That would scare the shit out of me. If I was a pilot and I'm flying along, right? For one, I'm afraid of heights, so it wouldn't work that well. But if I'm flying along and then all of a sudden they're like, close all airspace right now. Do you know? For national defense. What the fuck, bro? What the hell? This is crazy. Someone said, can I say F the NFL, Snooks? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch the game tomorrow, but I don't care. You know, I don't really care about football. I'll be honest, this is one of the first football seasons last year, too, that I just did not care about football. You know, when I left here after I closed the store at 3 o'clock, I went home and just watched a hockey game, the Bruins versus the Capitals. I wonder who won that one. The Bruins were down 2-1 when I left, and we lost 2-1. But the record for the Bruins, 39-8-5. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. But we lost to the Capitals, who are 28-20-6. That's not very good. We shouldn't have lost. So is this pilot out of here? Looks like the tanker is leaving. So maybe the scenario here is done. Bobby! Just bought some coffee. Awake, not woke. Keep in mind, guys, if you ordered the Frank 1 with other coffee, I'm just going to send it all on Friday when I send out the Frank 1s. Just like Bobby. Just bought the Frank 01. And that's like a collection item, too. You know what I mean? It's pretty rad. So most fighter jets will not show up on radar, but the refuter will. So you could bet there are fighters around the strata. What is an ICBM? That is intercontinental ballistic missile. That's what an ICBM is. And I know where you're going. You're saying, but we launched an ICBM the other day off California. Yeah, they were planning to do it well before the Chinese spy balloon. You know, long before that. How are things in the store for conversations? Well, they were great. I was talking to myself the entire time. I ordered signs for the front because that's the thing. One, it was cold here today. And two, I have an open LED sign and a smaller than I thought coffee sign up front, plus the the main window or the main door, like window cling. So I actually bought a bunch of vinyl to put on, just letting the world know that it's free coffee. And so that's supposedly going to come by sometime next week, and I'll put it up. And I guarantee by then we're going to be busy as hell. Yesterday, we had a lot of people come into the store, so that was cool. We had a lot of people. So, or not yesterday, Thursday. Yesterday we were closed because my kids were here. But yeah, today from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not a single person got coffee. So, but whatever. It's worth it. It's free, It takes a little bit of time. Steve Oatley shared a tweet, someone said. Let me see. Commercial aircraft on approach to Billings Logan Airport have been directed away doing ongoing. Yeah, we know that. That's because the Billings Airport is in that closed area, isn't it? Yeah, so this guy is flying out of here. This tanker, he's gone. So what airport is out? Where's Billings Airport? Billings, that's Montana as well. So where's Billings? I don't see it on the map. Whatever. I don't care, really. It's crazy, man. So this fella's way out of here now. So this tanker seems like he's going home. I mean, how long can they stay up in the air? What's this little fella? What's this guy? Isn't that pretty darn close to the... Well, he's getting close. WestJet. Unless the airspace is back open now. That's this area. Let me see. So that's Lloyd or Chinook. Chinook up there. So that's right outside of the closed airspace. So the closed airspace is here. So I'm saying it's 3,000 square miles. So that's what, 1,500 square miles one way, 1,500 the other. Someone said you could stay closed on the weekends if it's a business district. It's not. It was just cold today here. It was warm for a couple of days and then cold. Normally on Saturday, there's a lot of people. So, but I nobody could tell. You know what I mean? Nobody could tell that we're open. Plus, I forgot to turn on the lights. I mean, I was trying to avoid saying that, but Cam Miller said because of an airplane in distress. What is because of an airplane in distress? Carmine got his membership. Yeah. Got your membership yesterday. Oh, Charles B. Charles B., if you're watching, you won, because you didn't reply to my email, I don't think. You won the TV giveaway for Coffee Club members. For anyone that doesn't know, this Coffee Club, the reason why that's on the side is every month we're doing a giveaway on the 10th of every month. 1 month it may be a TV. Next month I think I'm going to do like a sound system or a surround sound Bose soundbar or something like I did before. One other month it may be a Patriotic as F bundle, or it may be something else, or it may be a gift certificate. But on the 10th of every month, exclusively for the Coffee Club members, that's what we're doing. So what I suggest everybody does, if you normally buy coffee from us, shout out to you, David. If you normally buy coffee from us, a couple of bags a month, you might as well just sign up for a Coffee Club, even if you do the monthly membership. You get a bigger discount if you do the 6 month, and you get an even bigger discount if you do the yearly plan. The yearly plan gets you three bags a month, delivered, free shipping. You get free shipping on all of our Coffee Club plans. But if you do the 12-month deal, you get a 22% discount. So it works out to be like $12.50 per bag of coffee. But you got to order 3 or more bags. So that's what I would do if I were you. Is I would get the Coffee Club. I'll put the link in the chat because it's your best deal. And I will add, and here's the thing, I'm setting up an email. So if you want to switch out, say you do Wake Up America, Pardon My French, and Awake Not Woke, but you want to switch it up next month and you want to do Pardon My French, Harlem's Finest, and Victory or Death, I'm setting up an email, and you may even be able to change your subscription through the link. I'm not quite sure, but I am setting up an email that we could do that manually for you as well, for an order. You know what I mean? So It's just not set up yet. However, if you want to join our coffee club, whether it's monthly, you want to take advantage of the 6-month deal, which is 15% off, or the yearly deal, all of them are, even the monthly ones are included in our giveaways and all that stuff. So you definitely want to jump in there. Cam Miller said, flight in distress. U.S. airspace close to the fact that military is getting an aircraft down that's in distress. Yeah, but is that actually true? And where are you hearing that? Because I haven't heard that at all anywhere. Let me see. Where are you seeing that, Cam? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about that, dude. Nowhere online. I'm trying to just search down. If I see anything else, anywhere else, and then I'll go back to the chat to see if Cam has updated a source to his statement. Because I'm not seeing anything from anyone but you. No. See, and who are the state rep for Montana, Matt Rosendale, said, I am in direct contact with NORCOM in monitoring the latest issue over Havre, however you say it, and the northern border. Airspace is closed due to an object that could interfere with commercial traffic. The DoD will resume efforts to observe and ground the object in the morning. That is a statement from Matt Rosendale. What the fuck does that mean? DoD will resume efforts to observe and ground the object in the morning? What? What the fuck does that mean? If there's something in the fucking sky that's not supposed to be there, shoot the fucking thing down. What the fuck does that... Look at this. DoD will resume efforts to observe and ground the object in the morning? What? This got to be a fucking joke. Is he even a real rep? Is he a real congressman? Is he? Or did I just get like fucking got? No, he's a fucking actual verified. Oops, I'm printing this one. That's not what I want to do. Search. He is. He's U.S. representative in the House. What? What the fuck? Dude, there's no way in fucking hell, man. If I was a freaking man, I'd be like, send me over there. You know how many people out in Montana right now are sitting outside with their 50 cows pointing at the fucking roof? Are you kidding? Matt Rosendale is his name. Rep Rosendale on Twitter. Are you? What the fuck? What? That's insane, dude. That's insane. Oh my God. I think that just fucking blew my mind right there. I think that just blew my mind right there. So, does that make sense to any of you? Does that make sense to any of you? His tweet, I am in direct contact with Northcom in monitoring the latest issue over however you say that town name, and the northern border. Airspace is closed due to an object that could interfere with commercial traffic. The DoD will resume efforts and observe and ground the object in the morning. That's the most insane fucking thing I've ever heard of in my life. That is the most insane thing I've ever heard of in my life. You don't know what it is. You, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, that doesn't, holy shit, that just, I really don't know. Like, I am really confused, bro.
Yeah.
I'm really confused. How does that make any sense? Someone let me know how that makes any sense. Someone said, when was it posted? 9 minutes ago. This was posted 9 minutes ago. 8:23, February 11th. Is the airspace restriction moving with the object, or is it just dropped completely? So is the airspace, is this gone now? It is. Oh, look, it's fucking gone. The airspace is gone completely. The no-fly zone is gone completely. What the shit, bro? What the fuck is going on? They closed the airspace. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Someone just made a good point. The American Hillbilly on YouTube said, "Are we purposely launching these things just to scramble fighter jets and make it seem like there's a bigger issue?" If there is a balloon or there is something and it's enough to scramble fighter jets up in the air, why not shoot it fucking down? It doesn't make any sense. And the airspace is open with no explanation. God damn, bro. We live in a weird fucking place, dude. I'm really, really like, what the hell? So, let's see. Oh God, I hate it when people when these people like tweet out something as breaking news when it broke like 40 minutes ago. It's fucking weird, dude. I'm really perplexed by this whole thing. I'm really perplexed by this whole thing. It doesn't make any sense. Like the airspace is back open. The airspace is back open. So flights are allowed to go through that area while this thing is apparently in the sky. They're going to shoot it down tomorrow. They're going to wait till the morning so they can observe. What in the fuck? That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Does that make sense? Let's try to get a logical answer. Let's see if someone can get a logical answer for that right now. Cam Miller said update. Yeah, I don't know. You were wrong already before. You sent me Colin Rugg. I don't know. If you're sending me shit on Facebook, I can't do it. Send it to me on Twitter. Here's here's audio from the two aircraft that were scrambled from Portland.
Fly runway heading. Maintain 15,000. Squawk 41, squawk 4616. Squawk 42, squawk 4642. Departure frequency. Squawk 41, the squawk is 4616. Squawk 41, read back correctly, standard or non-standard. Are they ready to go now? Squawk 41,
So that's just them, sending them out. That's not that interesting. I don't know why they would say to wait until the morning. I'm really confused, dude. Everyone is posting everyone is posting like UFOs and alien memes and stuff on social media right now because everyone is doing the same thing as me. Just feel like, what the hell? Even the aliens can't believe this stuff. Yeah, Cam, you gotta send me shit on Twitter, buddy. I don't look on Facebook. I get too many spam messages there every day. Apparently, the flight restriction is dropped. The flight, so they had a flight restriction. Jets, fighter jets, F-15s were sent out. Tankers to refuel the F-15s were set out. And then they just say, oh, it's okay. We're just going to, this unknown object is flying around in our sky. And this is the most information we got was from a Montana rep, Matt Rosendale. This is the tweet. Again, for anyone that doesn't know, this is the tweet from Matt Rosendale. He says, I'm in direct contact with NORCOM and monitoring the latest issue over, however you say that town, I don't know what it is, Haver, whatever, in the northern border. Airspace is closed due to an object that could interfere with commercial traffic. The DoD will resume efforts to observe and ground the object tomorrow morning, which means they're going to shoot. Which means they're going to shoot it down tomorrow morning, according to this state rep or this Montana rep. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. I am really fucking confused right now. I don't understand this at all. I'm really confused. Maybe to force it to land, someone said. Someone else said we're being distracted. Yeah, I mean, I said that earlier. You know who else says we're being distracted? Says the American people are being distracted. The Chinese government says that our administration is doing this to distract us from the Nord Stream 2 pipeline being blown up by our government. Chinese government officials literally came out and said that earlier today. It's insane. Yeah, but apparently, whatever it is in the sky, if there is anything at all. Someone said, if the threat is real, why would the military wait until tomorrow morning? Yeah, see, that's what doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? Because you determine that it's enough of a threat that you scramble F-15s to go intercept it. Or not intercept it, to observe it. Because keep in mind, that's what happened yesterday. And that's what happened in with the other one that crossed over, the Chinese spy balloon. That's exactly the same thing that happened. Someone said, you believe China? No, what I'm saying is, what makes sense? What would you rather think? Our government is trying to hide something from us by stirring up some bullshit about UFOs? Or that they're trying to hide from us? None of it makes any sense. Okay, what, are aliens here? Or our government is hiding from us, setting up balloons and putting up fighter jets to go to try to distract us from the fact that they shot down a Chinese spy balloon. And we're never going to actually know what's in what was in that balloon. I don't know. Someone said, we do not shoot down an object and not know what it was. Yeah, but you're telling me that those fighter pilots didn't get close enough when they just went up there? You're telling me they didn't get close enough to be able to identify whatever the object was? They're going to leave an object that could interfere with commercial airline traffic? Because the airline traffic to that whole area is now open again. Keep that in mind, too. They reopened that whole area. It's not closed anymore. In fact, there's a jet flying pretty close to that. Swoop, I guess that's an airline that I've never heard of. They're flying pretty close to that. Keep in mind, here, look, this whole area right here, this was all the no-fly zone just a few minutes ago. This whole area right here. This whole area all the way up to about here. Bam, 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 bam. Now the no-fly zone has been removed, and now you got people getting ready to go on fly. And again, everyone was watching this jet because this jet or this tanker was a refueling tanker. And I don't know where he's from. He's from this place, Spokane, Washington. So is there a military base around here? Fairchild Air Force Base. Okay, so we knew that tankers. So the fighter jets that took off were likely the ones. All right. Whoops. What the fuck? Damn. So they said, you're telling me we didn't have any aircraft closer? Because apparently fighter jets took off from Portland right around the same time as that tanker took off from Fairchild. or Fairfield, whatever it was. So you're telling me we would send fighter jets from Portland to intercept something that's way over here? Fighter jets from all the way over here? We don't have any air bases closer, that have fighter jets? Why would we? That doesn't, I'm confused. That shit doesn't make any sense. Any of you military people, what do you think? Would that be normal procedure that we would send jets from so freaking far away? What is that one? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's not normal. Someone said all the tankers come from Fairchild. All right, but this still doesn't explain the Malmstrom Air Force Base is just southwest of Havre. Lots of Minutemen III missiles there. Gotcha. Got a link. Send it to me on Twitter at Steve Oatley. Any links, just tweet me. Just tweet it at me or whatever, and we'll look for it. At Steve Oatley. Senator John Tester. Senator John Tester, a third-generation Montana farmer. What the fuck, bro? Senator John Tester, I'm aware of an object in Montana airspace and remain in close contact with senior DOD and administration officials. I'm closely monitoring the situation and receiving regular updates. I will continue to demand answers for the American public. That was sent 5 minutes ago. What the fuck? Look, Military Veterans of America. I don't even know if this is a big group or what. No, it's tiny. I thought maybe that was a big account. They said, we're at war right now with something we can't even identify nor figure out where it's coming from. I'm laughing because this is like a nervous laugh, I suppose. Maybe that's what it is. Just a nervous laugh. A testy tester. This is some weird shit, bro. I don't care who you are right here. This is some weird shit. DOD is closed for the night. That's why they're shutting it down. Said someone. This whole thing doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Someone said, let's hope we don't know and those who need to know. Montana airspace is open to not balloons. What? I don't know what that means. That's exactly how they're saying it. Someone else said, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's hard to keep track of the chat. If you guys want to buy our new coffee roast, you should do so. It's very good, actually. It's Colombiana Supreme. I don't know. Oh, right here. This is where it is. April, will you throw it in the chat? Actually, here, I got it. It's Saturday. Enjoy yourself. But link is in the chat right now. This is a brand new one. Today, we just released it. On Saturday, February 4th, 2023, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina by a single AIM-9X Sidewinder missile shot from an F-22 with the call sign Frank 01. The call sign was in the honor of a World War I pilot who had the nickname of the Arizona Balloon Buster. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr. shot down 14 German observation balloons over France in a mere 3 weeks during the First World War. Here's to Frank. Now, this roast is brand new. It's sure to hit its mark. See what I did there? It's 100% Supremo pure Colombian coffee from Medellin, Colombia. It's very good. Very, very good. So I suggest all of you guys go and buy it. It's a pre-order, but we're shipping this pre-order fast. We'll be shipping this on Friday because I'm going to put a big order in on Tuesday. So I'll have it on Thursday, and then I'll ship it on Friday. It's kind of, if you've tried our Awake Not Woke coffee, those are also Colombia Supremo beans. It's very similar in texture and all that stuff, except this one has, I would say, like a medium to dark, like, in terms of, or medium to strong coffee taste, and it's like a medium roast. Just like the Awake Not Woke. It's just different. It's a different blend. but it's very, very good. So get it now if you haven't already, because you're going to want to. All right. And it's available in ground or whole bean. And I think I will be doing select roasts with cold brew. Like I did the cold brew with the Awake Not Woke, and it was so freaking good this morning. I'll be honest with you. I've never done cold brew before, and I think that's the only way I'm going to be doing it now. To be completely honest with you, because like it was better for my stomach. You could actually taste way more in the coffee. I could taste like mocha. Like I could taste like chocolate in the Awake Not Woke, you know, because it sat there. So we'll probably start carrying some of those things. The cold brew, I'll probably buy them, and so we can carry those and have them up. Shout out to Joshua about Wake Up America. And yeah, but you'll want to do it. Also, our hoodies are still on sale. So if you buy a hoodie, you can also get a mug for free. So what you should do is go buy a hoodie, get your mug for free, pick up a bag of Frank 01. The hoodies and mug will ship before this because, you know, the coffee we ship from here, the hoodies and mugs ship elsewhere. And you don't need a code for the hoodies. All of our hoodies are that way. Put a hoodie in your cart, go look up mugs, find the mug you want, put that in the cart, bada boom. If you do a tumbler, you get half off with the tumbler. And you can't combine that with any other discounts. It just doesn't work the way we have it set up. But someone else said this was, how am I doing cold brew? I bought a cold brew thing on Amazon. Watch, I'll show you the one I bought. And it wasn't that expensive. It was $40. And I'm going to make one, I think. I'm going to have one custom made that says Pure Truth Coffee on the side. Watch. Let me see. Bum-ba-da, bum-ba-da-ba-da, skibba-doo-ba-doo. This is the one I bought. Right here. There. You can't see it. There. That's the one I bought. $40. It's pretty easy to make. Comes with limited instructions. But I bought this on Amazon, and it was very good. Wait, and here, give me a minute. Give me a minute, because I'll give you a link for it. Because I'm also an Amazon affiliate that I never use. But I will do that right now, and I'll make an Amazon affiliate link. And then if you guys go to buy that one, it'll benefit me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how fucking great is that? How great is that? Get link. Let's do this one. Bam. Copy. So now if you use this link, I get a commission when you buy it because I'm an Amazon affiliate. How about that? Isn't that awesome? Yo-Yo7856 said, it seems like every time I come to your live streams, you're always talking about coffee. Well, and I can explain that if you like, because we have been live for what now? I don't know. An hour and 50 minutes. And so we've already talked all about the first balloon being shot down in South Carolina. We already talked all about the Alaska balloon being shot down. And then we talked about this new balloon that was shot down again by United States F-22 fighter pilots. But this time it was over central Yukon in Canada. We talked about that. We showed a whole press conference from the Canadian Defense Minister. And then I decided to talk about coffee because many of you guys may not have realized this, but the way I'm able to do this show, because I don't do what all the other YouTube people do, where I'm like, oh, you know, don't interact with the chat unless you're sending me super chats. I don't do that because I want to be able to interact with everybody. So yeah, I plug the coffee company a lot. Why? Because it's amazing coffee. Secondly, every dollar that you spend in there allows me to give away free coffee in this store and open more. And because this is how I'm able to make a living. So we sell amazing coffee. We sell great stuff. And you know, I try not to mention it, you know, every single fucking minute of the day, but especially towards the end of a show. Yeah, I talk about it a lot because we need you guys to get in there and buy coffee so I can keep doing the show and open more coffee shops and you know, do everything that we do here, man. That's the truth. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I got to do what I got to do. Got to pay the bills. You know? Timothy said, and we'll be doing another one. Yeah, I know. We probably will. Chris said, your timing sucks. That's all. Are you talking about me? I don't know. I can't see. If he's talking about me. But But it's too bad that we already someone said, do we sell tea? No, we don't. I was looking into it, but I don't drink tea. So I try to carry things that I drink. I don't drink tea. So that's why we don't carry tea, because I'm not a big fan of tea. You know what I'm saying? So, but maybe I should. I wish I didn't already have the Bada Bing discount for the first troll of the day, because I would have used the second guy. Are you going to name the new roast after all the UFOs? Nope. Just this one was Franco 1, because I think it's a really cool story. Now, I did think about, because I'm going to have a hazelnut roast that's coming out soon. And I was thinking about using the call sign for the second, for the F, I think it was an F-22 as well. They use Sidewinder missiles to shot. Ooh, I could just name it Sidewinder. That's pretty good. That shot down the Alaska aircraft, but then I was like, oh, I looked up what the call sign one. It was Biden 63, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. So kind of ruined it. Twin sister said, plus your coffee talking prompted me to buy more coffee, and I was amazed at how fast and easy it was to purchase. The Flying High, I previously bought the Wake Up America beans, which was good. Yes. But yeah. Kathy said 12 hours to brew your pot of coffee. Well, here's how you do it. So this is what I did last night. So around 4 o'clock, first I washed the thing out, right? Because originally I got it early in the morning and I asked my wife to wash it, but she didn't have time. So then I washed out the coffee beacon or whatever. And then I just made the coffee and I left it on the counter. And so when we normally would have coffee in the morning, we just literally poured the coffee, took out the grounds, put that in the sink, and then just poured the coffee into our mugs, put it in the microwave to nuke it, to get it warm, and then and drank it. And it was perfect. It was amazing. And so you don't even realize the wait, because like us, we actually set an alarm, or we set the coffee, or I don't. My wife does it. I don't even know how to do it. But she sets a coffee maker to brew at 4:30 in the morning when we get up. So normally, or she sets it for 4:15, so it's brewed by the time we get up. Because I hate waiting for coffee. I literally get up in the morning, I take a leak, brush my teeth, and want coffee first thing in the morning. It's just it's my routine. And then I don't talk. I don't like to talk. I like to just watch the news. So, but yeah, that's what we did. And I realized today that I'll have to make more, because and you need to use coarse grounds. Like, don't use the coffee that we have right now, because it'll seep through by this like metal filter. Actually, it's not really that fine, but it likely would. You got to use coarse grinds. So tomorrow I'll update Awake Not Woke and maybe one or two others, and we'll sell it as cold brew. So ignore the cold brew that's already on the website, because I'm going to replace that with Awake Not Woke cold brew. I'm going to have different labels for it. But I tell you what, the Awake Not Woke, you could taste everything. It almost tasted like, I don't know what, there's a food descriptive taste for like wood. that didn't sound great, but you know what I mean. Someone said they're saying the air thing is closed again. No, it's not. No, I have it open here. I just refreshed. No, because what a lot of people do is they keep reposting, or they say the same thing over and over and over. But yeah. It's the coffee is very good. It's very, very good. So I suggest you all go and buy it. But yeah, it's the airspace doesn't appear to be closed again. So I know someone said it appears to be closed, but it's not. Whoa, James joined the coffee club with the 6-month membership. Shout out to you, buddy. And you like your Wake Up America, huh? You like your Wake Up America. That is a good one. That is a good roast. My top 3, I have a top 2. So Awake Not Woke is my top 1, and then I have a tie for second. The Wake Up America and the French blend. The French blend is really good, but Wake Up America is really good too. And I like Harlem's Finest too. I think Harlem's Finest has a very good taste. Not a lot of people. That's like the secret one. Not a lot of people buy that. So typically, what I do is when we run out of coffee, I grab the Harlem's Finest because I have the most of it, and then I bring that home, and then we do others. But I wanted to try the Awake Not Woke cold brew because that's my favorite coffee. So, but yeah. The coffee is stronger and there's no acidity. The acidity is like nothing. Like I have stomach issues with regular coffee just because I drink so much, but the acidity in the cold brew was like drinking a different cup of coffee. Like I'm completely honest. You could taste so much more with the coffee. The first cup I put too much sugar in it because normally I put a lot of sugar. I didn't have to put as much in. With this just because there's so much flavor. So it's very good. It's very, very good. So if you guys want to try it, you can go to the link in the chat and we'll get out all of the other, I don't sell sample packs. You just got to buy a bag, Connie. Because I package all the coffee myself right here in the store and doing the little 2-ounce samplers, they're just too hard. They take too long for me to do. So a 12-ounce bag is the best thing that I can do for you. And you can use code tonight, Bada Bing, Bada, BADABING. Use that code and you get 7% off for tonight. But yep. How much is a bag? $15.99, I believe. Well, unless you use that code and then you save a little bit. $15.99. And you'll notice, I guarantee, like, here's the thing. We also offer a full refund. If you get the coffee and you don't like it, we'll give you a full refund. You know what I mean? I do block you so you can never order again from our store. But the reason I do that is because, I don't want someone getting the coffee and be like, oh, this is amazing, but I want my $15 back. Because there'll always be one to do that. And to be honest, I don't really block you in the store. I don't even know if I can do that. It's just always fun to say. I remember names, though, of people that F me over. But yeah, you should definitely buy it. Someone said it definitely tastes different, way different than regular brewed coffee. Thanks for the recommendation on the cold brewer. Yeah, that's what I would do. Is just get the one that I linked into the chat for the this is the one I bought, and I'm gonna try to find one very similar to this, and then just put our logo on it. But in the meantime, if you want. And then wait till Monday. So order this. You'll get it on, Monday or Tuesday with Amazon Prime, the one that I just put in the chat. And then I will make the Awake Not Woke a cold brew selection because I can do the coarse grind because we grind all of our coffee here, or I do. So I can do a coarse grind, and you notice the difference. Like it almost like kind of cubes out and very like small, but it just makes it thicker, so it's not going to go through. And then you leave it. And you just leave it for 12 hours. We left ours from 4 o'clock in the morning to 7. I woke up late this morning to 7. So what's that? 15 hours? It says 12 to 18 hours. And you can shorten it longer. The longer it's there, the more it's sitting. But yeah, it's amazing, man. Someone said, is it better than Folgers? What do you think? You know when Folgers was brewed? Like the Folgers that you buy in the store, do you know? Or when it was roasted, rather? Like 5 years ago. And I don't know if that's true, but it wasn't roasted fresh. All of our coffee, you know that it's roasted right away because I'm always out of it, to be honest. We don't roast. We use the oldest roaster. All of our coffee is, and the reason why we're successful with our roasters, the one we use, is because they're too expensive for other people to use. We pay more because I'm a volume guy. So I don't need to make a lot on an individual bag. I need to sell a lot of bags of coffee, which is why I plug it so much. Because in all reality, I should be doing what everybody else does and charge $17.99 for my coffee, but I don't want to do that. And so we use a different one. But I also package it all myself. We grind it up ourselves. We ship it ourselves. Everything here. Yeah. So William just bought one of the bags of coffee. So yeah, that's the deal. And hopefully you guys are all going to the store, buying coffee, hoodies, all that good stuff. And we'll go from there. When can you order the course ground? Tomorrow. You can look on our website. We have a cold brew section right now. And I think like in the coffee club here, I'll show you. If you go to coffee and then you do cold brew coffee, it only has this one. Don't order this. Okay. Don't order this one. I will update it tomorrow with, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do cold brew to start off with in Awake Not Woke, French vanilla, because someone asked, and said, can you make the French vanilla into a cold brew? And then I'm going to do victory or death. Those are going to be the 3 cold brews that we offer. And they're going to be in that section tomorrow on the website. So again, that section will be coffee and then cold brew. Okay. And so, and then you can go tomorrow. Once you see all 3 of those are listed, then you can go in there and order, and then we'll get them out to you very quickly. So, but yeah. And that's the thing. Like when my kids helped me yesterday bring all the coffee orders to the post office. I think we had 41 orders yesterday, and we brought them all to the post office. And the postal worker's like, man, I love it when you come. And my kids were like, what? And she's like, because it smells like coffee in here until the truck comes to pick up everything, because it's a small post office. And so and I'm like, we have a free coffee shop. You can come drink it all you want. She's like, I don't drink coffee. I just like the smell of it. I was like, that's good. Someone said, post your website, please. All right. It's puretruthcoffee.com. I'll post it in the chat. Actually, I'll just post it right to the coffee, the classics, so you can see it. These are all of our coffee flavors that we have now. And like I said, we're going to be adding a hazelnut. I don't know what I'm going to name it, but my wife wants me to add a hazelnut, so that's what we're going to do. Someone said Nord Stream was almost 5 months ago. Why distract now? But that was an old post, actually. Never mind. Hopefully he got answered. Boom. Someone said I drank Folgers for 45 years. Great. Well, Cassie, drink our coffee. Once you drink our coffee, you won't drink Folgers anymore. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Someone said, where is Wayne? What's going on with Wayne? What are you talking about? I got to go home, dude. Weather radar in Montana is picking up debris in the air. It's now being reported. Where? Reported where? Damn, dude. I'm not going to be able to get the fuck out of here today. Being reported where, Wayne?
Yeah.
Trying to see if I see anything else online. I don't. You don't see anything. Military outlaws said best coffee you ever drank, hands down. Yep. Hazelnut in coffee only when regular, boring, plain Jane coffee isn't available. Yeah. My wife loves hazelnut coffee. You drink Colombian coffee with hazelnut creamer. What kind of coffee would be good for me to order? Well, this one, the new one. Because that's Columbia Supremo. Actually, our Awake Not Woke is Columbia Supremo as well. So you can order either one of them. But they're both the beans are both from Columbia. Steve, Wayne is having trouble paying for 6 months at once. So do 1 month. Yeah, we have a monthly plan as well. So when you go, see, it is now turning into a big advertisement. When you go to the Coffee Club website, look, right here, scroll down. You got monthly plan, 6 month plan, or yearly plan. Do the monthly plan. Because when you choose the 3 bags, like watch, you go in, you say, I want ground breakfast blend, click at it, I want ground French vanilla, and then I want ground Awake Not Woke. Boom. That's your total right there. The discount's already applied. You have free shipping. Well, you can't see the total, but here, watch. Bam. That's your total right there. And then it'll just be reoccurring once a month, but you're getting a discount per bag of, I don't know what the total is. Yeah. So you're getting a discount per bag of like $1.80. Plus you're getting free shipping on your coffee club. Just don't choose the 6 month plan. You could choose 6 months because you get a bigger discount. Like for example, if you go to Coffee Club and you do the yearly prepaid discount, the bags are less than $13. Like watch, if you do ground, add it, and then you have to add 3 to get the discount automatically. Like watch, ground, boom, 37. See, the price drops. You can't see because it's cut off. The price, if you do the yearly discount, it drops to $12.47 per bag because you're getting a 22% discount if you do the year. But you could still do monthly. That's fine. But someone said, David, where are you seeing that? David, what? Where are you? Closed dry docks, nuclear subs in Puget Sound. I think people are just making shit up, bro. That's and I hope you're making shit up. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
I don't like want to report on that shit either. There's nothing going. That's bullshit. There's not a single fucking tweet around it. Not a single fucking tweet about that. Not a single tweet. Montana air traffic shut down UFA. No, it's not. They reopened it. Watch, guys. See, people are coming in here talking about stuff that's not. It's not happening anymore, and that's the problem with doing the live streams. This is a live map. There's no restricted airspace. Well, there's a lot more red balloons, the weather stations down here, but there's no restricted airspace in Montana anymore, which isn't up here. There's no restricted airspace. Before, it was, I can't tell on this map, but it was right up here somewhere was the airspace was all restricted. It's not restricted anymore. Do you know what I mean? But no, don't share any other channels in this chat, because this is a problem with people or other channels is they spread misinformation to do clickbaity stuff. We try to keep pretty honest and pretty current about what's actually happening. We try not to mislead too many people. You know, I read your comment aloud. I got to work on that so I don't do that again, because then everyone's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, but because just like this, just like everything else, we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. I care just as much as everybody else about what's going on. So Nick Stewart, who's a 7-time Emmy and Murrow awarded meteorologist, storm chaser, producer, and rocket reporter for Iowa News Now, said certainly something interesting at North National Weather Service Billings radar. The CC values are higher, which normally wouldn't correlate to debris chaff, but in the location, it's suspicious near the temporary flight restriction for defense. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Notice the values are much higher in the Montana reds than the Carolina shoot down of the confirmed Chinese surveillance blues. It's keeping me from saying for certain it's debris, but certainly suspicious. Someone said, given how close to it is from Billings, I'm guessing it's a fuel dump from an aircraft that was getting ready to land at Billings. They closed the area. Yeah, so that's probably just a fuel dump. I forgot that planes do that. So, I don't know, bro. The whole thing is fucking weird. The whole thing is weird. Don't know what's going on. We don't know why we just closed. Well, we do know why we closed the airspace. So, for everyone just tuning in, okay, we originally started this live stream. We started talking about the fact that a United States jet today shot down another unidentified object that's been described as cylindrical. That's a hard word for me to say. Cylindrical up in central Yukon. Okay, it was the aircraft was part of NORAD. It was a United States aircraft working with Canadian Air Force, because they apparently have them, and I didn't know that. I did know that. I'm surprised they have anyone smart enough to fly a plane. I'm just kidding. It's Canada. You gotta mess with them. So we shot down an unidentified aircraft up in Canada today at 3:45 this afternoon, she said. We shot down one yesterday off of the coast of Alaska around 1:45 yesterday afternoon. And then we shot, obviously, the Chinese spy thing. So we were talking about, actually, we just finished showing the Canadian Defense Minister speaking about shooting it down. Really wasn't getting into a lot of specifics, just saying that they made the determination to shoot it down because it was posing a risk to commercial air traffic. So that's why they shut it down. They're working to recover whatever it is. She kind of smirked when people asked, like, is this an extraterrestrial thing? and she said she doesn't want to say anything because nothing's been confirmed. And then said it was pretty much like what was shot down in North Carolina, which she was wrong. It was South Carolina, but essentially saying that whatever was shot down in Canada today was very similar to what was shot down, but smaller than what was shut down in Canada or in North Carolina or South Carolina rather a week ago today. And then right after we finished talking about that, the FAA shut down basically a 3,000 square mile section. I don't think that's the right math. Someone said 3,000 square mile, but it's pretty small. Maybe a 50 mile by 50 miles, squared area over Havre, Montana. I don't know how you say that. Havre, Montana. So they closed that area down, and it was the FAA closed that airspace, citing the defense for national security, essentially, right? And then apparently there were a series of F-15s that launched out of the Portland area, and that were flying in a tanker that flew out of Idaho or some shit like that. That flew out as well, right? And that refueling tanker flew around. We were tracking it on a map for a while. It flew around right outside of that closed airspace. And then some of the senators, and congressmen started tweeting out some weird shit. So like the first one that we saw earlier was Matt Rosendale. He said, I'm in direct contact with Northcom and monitoring the latest issue over whatever town name that is. In the northern border, airspace is closed due to an object that could interfere with commercial traffic. The DoD will resume efforts to observe and ground in the object in the morning, which makes no sense at all, because they determined it was enough to go up and send all these jets up and all that stuff, but then they're not going to shoot it down, which is just a little odd. And then another senator said something very similar. Said something, oh God, I don't know where it was. Senator John Tester said, I'm aware of the object in Montana airspace and remain in close contact with senior DOD officials. I am closely monitoring the situation, receiving regular updates, and will continue to demand answers for the American public. So that's his latest statement. The airspace has since been reopened, and nobody's going to say anything. And nobody's really paying attention. If you listen to, Matt Rosendale tweeted 21 minutes ago saying the airspace is reopened. I remain in contact with defense officials and share more information as it becomes available. Montanans deserve answers. So, which is really fucking confusing, because 30 minutes prior to his text where they say they open it, he said there's something in the air. So a lot of people just don't have any answers. I'm one of them. I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense. Someone said, I don't understand how they started but abandoned grounding it. Yeah, and Matt Rosendale, representative, United States Congress representative Matt Rosendale, said that the Department of Defense was going to resume tracking it and trying to get its appearance tomorrow before they ground it, i.e. shoot it down. Which doesn't make any sense. Now, maybe, just like people were saying in the chat, maybe they have decided it doesn't pose a risk. I don't know. I don't understand how something flying in our American airspace doesn't pose a risk. But they're deciding that they're not going to down it right now. I think everybody that lives anywhere near Montana should go there. And as soon as you see this thing fall from the sky, you should take pictures and send it to me. Because you know that if it is something that's not supposed to be there, and nobody's going to be able to take pictures, and we're never going to actually know what it was, if anything, even if there is anything there. So that's right. Rambo said the FAA doesn't close airspace down for no reason. Yes. Someone else said can't shoot it down till it's finished collecting data. Yes. 3006 kilohertz said Americans deserve answers. Yes. Manette said, thank you, Steve. I missed that today. I thought it was happening now. No. And that's why Sarah said, replying to Sarah, no, Sarah, your package went out today. Who else? Mandy said, I'm getting sleepy. It's because you need amazing new coffee. Sarah, you see we have a new coffee roast? See what I did there? Sarah's one of our people that buy a lot from us too and shows a lot of support. and I appreciate you. Again, last time I'm doing the coffee pitch. We have a ton of coffee flavors on our coffee. Wake Up America, Wake Not Woke, Flying High, pardon my French, French Vanilla, Harlem's Finest, Pure Truth, Pure Truth, that's the coffee company name. Victory or Death Italian Roast, don't buy this, that's a pumpkin spice. I am going to start pumpkin spice, but just don't order it until you see it in this when it looks like this. Because this is from the drop shipper, but I'm discontinuing with them. Coffee's still good. I want to keep it all in-house. And then this is our newest roast here. It's Frank 01. Now, this is kind of similar to the Awake Not Woke. It is Colombiana, or Colombian Supremo is what the beans are. They're like big coffee beans. Anyway, on Saturday, February 4th, 2003, a Chinese spy balloon was shot down off of the coast of South Carolina by a single Sidewinder missile shot from an F-22 with the call sign Frank 01. The call sign was used in honor of a World War I pilot who had the nickname Arizona Balloon Buster. Second Lieutenant Frank Luke Jr. shot down 14 German observation balloons over France in a mere 3 weeks during the First World War. Here's to Frank. Now, this new roast is sure to hit its mark. See what I did there? It's 100% Supremo pure Colombian coffee directly from Medellin, Colombia. Well, it's not directly there. It's from there to Brooklyn, then it's roasted, then it comes to me, then it comes to you. That's the actual whole supply chain of it, just in case you guys were curious. Because it's roasted in Brooklyn, New York. All of our coffee, certified organic. All of our coffee, certified kosher. I will have those certificates on the website probably this weekend as well. I don't hold the certificates because I'm not the roaster. The roastery holds their certificates, USDA, organic, and then some other hippity-dippity organic, but that matters to a lot of you guys. And fair trade as well. So I'm going to have all those, and we are members. My company is members of the Specialty Coffee Association, so I'll have that on there as well tomorrow. So we'll go from there. Someone else said breaking news. Breaking news. Fox News has confirmed object in the area over Montana. Yeah, we confirmed that a long time ago. As soon as the Minnesota rep our Montana rep confirmed it, that's when we confirmed it, because at that point it became true. So that's that. I don't understand why they're waiting till the morning. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow. If you want, go and join our coffee club. Our coffee club is amazing. Starting next month, when we put out new coffee flavors, you guys will get to test it, okay? Because basically, when your coffee club memberships are going to go out every month, we're going to put samples of future coffee, and I want you guys to give the reviews. So there's a shit ton of perks to joining our coffee club, and that's just one of them. Okay? So make sure you join our coffee club. I'm putting it in there. You can do monthly. You can do a 6-month prepaid, which gives you a 15% discount with free shipping. Or you can do a yearly prepaid, which gets you a 22% discount and free shipping. So go sign up for a coffee club. I put the link in the chat, and I'm going home, so I will see all of you. I'm not live streaming at all tomorrow, even if aliens land on the Earth. I'm not live streaming tomorrow. It's a Super Bowl. I'm going to spend some time with my family and relax in the afternoon because I have to pack all the Patriot boxes in the morning. But I will see all of you guys on Monday for an all-new episode of whatever the fuck we're talking about on Monday. All right?